Are you eating less than you ever have in your life and still gaining weight around your middle? You're cutting calories, skipping meals, doing cardio for hours, and that stubborn belly fat just won't budge? Here's the truth nobody's telling you: starving yourself is actually making it worse. If you're like most women I work with, you've been told the same frustrating advice over and over again. Eat less, move more. Count your calories. Cut the carbs. And when that doesn't work, you push harder. You skip breakfast. You eat salads for lunch. You go to bed hungry. And still, nothing changes. Meanwhile, your pants keep getting tighter. You look at photos from 5 years ago and barely recognize yourself. You're exhausted from restricting, frustrated from trying everything, and honestly, you're starting to wonder if this is just how it's going to be now. Like your body has betrayed you and there's nothing you can do about it. And here's what makes it even worse. You're spending money on metabolism boosters, fat burners, expensive meal plans, and gut health supplements. You've tried keto, intermittent fasting, Whole30. Some of them work for a few weeks and then your body just stops responding. It's like you're fighting a battle you can't win, and nobody seems to understand what you're going through. I'm Chen, and I specialize in helping midlife women navigate perimenopause and menopause. And I have to be honest with you. A few years ago, I was standing in my own closet, trying on the same 5 outfits that still fit, and I felt like a complete fraud. Here I was, a doctor who counseled women every single day about hormone health and metabolism. And I couldn't figure out my own body. I was doing everything right. I was eating clean. I was working out. I was taking all the right supplements. And I was still gaining weight, waking up exhausted, and feeling completely disconnected from the person I used to be. I tried what I recommended to my patients. I adjusted my diet. I started strength training. I worked with other specialists. And sure, I learned things that helped a little, but nothing gave me the full picture. I felt like I was guessing in the dark. Then one of my patients told me about an app she'd been using. She said it was helping her see patterns she'd never noticed before. Honestly, I was skeptical. I'd seen dozens of tracking apps and most of them were just glorified food diaries. But she kept talking about how it connected her symptoms to what she was eating when she was eating and how she was sleeping. She said it felt like finally having a map. So I downloaded it. I started tracking my own symptoms. My energy levels, my sleep quality, the bloating that seemed to come out of nowhere. And within 2 weeks, I saw something I'd completely missed. My worst days, the ones where I felt the most tired and the most bloated, were all happening after nights when I ate dinner late and skipped protein at breakfast. It sounds simple, but I had never seen that pattern before. And once I did, I could finally do something about it. Within a month, I lost 3 inches around my waist. Not from eating less, but from eating differently. From timing my meals better. From giving my body what it actually needed to balance my hormones. I started quietly recommending this app to a few of my patients. The ones who were stuck, just like I had been. And they started coming back with results I could see. Better sleep, less bloating, actual weight loss. One woman told me she finally felt like herself again for the first time in 5 years. That app is called Nalea. And I'm sharing it with you today because I've seen it work, not just for me, but for hundreds of women I care for. Here's what changed everything for me and what I now understand about midlife metabolism. Your body isn't broken. You're not doing anything wrong. What's happening is that your hormones are shifting, and that affects how your body processes food, stores fat, and responds to stress. And the problem with generic diet advice is that it doesn't account for your unique hormone patterns. Nalea is different because it doesn't give you a one-size-fits-all meal plan. Instead, it tracks your daily symptoms, your energy levels, your cravings, your sleep quality, and then it identifies the specific patterns that are affecting your body. It's like having a personal research study happening in real time, where you're the subject and the data reveals exactly what's triggering your weight gain and what helps you feel better. Instead of guessing what might work, you get personalized recommendations based on what your body is actually telling you. And you can try it completely free for 7 days to see how it works for your body. Let me walk you through exactly how this works, because once you understand the mechanism, you'll see why this is so different from everything else you've tried. Every morning, you open Nalea and spend about 10 seconds logging how you're feeling. How did you sleep? What's your energy level? Are you experiencing hot flashes, bloating, cravings? You rate each symptom on a simple scale. That's it. Takes less time than checking your email. Then, throughout the day, you log your meals. Not calorie counting. Not obsessive tracking. Just noting what you ate and when you ate it. Nalea is built around something called the PFFT method, which stands for protein, fiber, fat, and timing. These are the 4 elements that matter most for hormone balance and midlife metabolism. The app helps you see if you're getting enough of each one, and more importantly, if you're eating them at the right times. Here's where it gets interesting. After a few days of tracking, Nalea's AI starts identifying patterns you would never see on your own. For example, you might notice that on days when you eat protein at breakfast, your cravings disappear by 3 p.m. Or that when you eat dinner before 7 p.m., you sleep better and wake up less bloated. Or that adding more fiber reduces your hot flashes by 60%. These aren't generic tips. This is your body showing you what works specifically for you. And then, based on those patterns, Nalea gives you personalized action cards every single day. These are small, specific, science-backed actions tailored to what you need most. If you're struggling with sleep, it might suggest trying magnesium-rich foods at dinner or doing a 5-minute breathing exercise before bed. If you're dealing with belly bloat, it might recommend increasing your fiber intake or adjusting when you eat your carbs. If your energy is tanking every afternoon, it might suggest a protein-rich snack at 2 p.m. Imagine waking up and instead of feeling lost about what to eat or what to do differently, you see a clear plan designed specifically for your body. You're not following someone else's diet. You're following your own data. Let me give you a real example. One of my patients, Sarah, was eating healthy but gaining weight steadily. She was doing intermittent fasting, skipping breakfast, eating a big salad for lunch, and having a normal dinner. When she started tracking in Nalea, the app identified that her cortisol levels were spiking in the morning because she was going too long without food. Her body was literally holding onto fat because it thought it was starving. Within 2 weeks of adding protein at breakfast and eating every 4 hours, she lost 4 pounds and 2 inches around her waist. Not because she ate less, but because she ate smarter. Her body finally felt safe enough to let go of the weight. Another patient, Linda, discovered through Nalea that her worst hot flashes happened on days when she ate high-sugar foods. After 6 p.m., she had no idea there was a connection. Once she adjusted her evening meals to include more healthy fats and fiber, her hot flashes dropped by 70%. She couldn't believe something so simple could make such a dramatic difference. And here's the thing. Within your first week of using Nalea, you'll start seeing your own patterns emerge. You'll have your own aha moments. Maybe you'll discover that dairy is triggering your bloating, or that skipping lunch is sabotaging your sleep, or that eating carbs at dinner is actually helping you sleep better, not worse. The app reveals what your body needs, not what worked for someone else. Most women I work with see improvements within their first week. Better sleep, less bloating, more energy. And within a month, the weight starts coming off, not because they're starving themselves, but because their hormones are finally balanced. I wish I could tell you I'm the only one seeing these results, but I'm not. Thousands of women are using Nalea and experiencing transformations they didn't think were possible anymore. Jennifer, a 52-year-old teacher, told me she'd been trying to lose her menopause belly for 3 years. She'd tried every diet, worked with trainers, and nothing budged. Within 6 weeks of using Nalea and following the PFFT method, she lost 12 pounds and 4 inches around her waist. She said it was the first time in years she didn't feel like she was fighting her body. Another woman, Michelle, struggled with debilitating hot flashes that were waking her up 6 times a night. She was exhausted, irritable, and desperate. After tracking her symptoms and following Nalea's personalized recommendations, she experienced a 60% reduction in hot flashes within just 2 weeks. She told me she's sleeping through the night for the first time in 2 years. What I love about these stories is that they're not about perfection. These women aren't following rigid meal plans or doing extreme workouts. They're making small, sustainable changes based on their own data, and their bodies are responding. These women started with the free 7-day trial, saw their own patterns emerge within days, and never looked back. They didn't need to wait months to see if it was working. The data showed them results in real time. Think about what you've been doing up until now. You're probably piecing together advice from 5 different sources. Taking a multivitamin, a probiotic, maybe some magnesium for sleep, some collagen for your hair. You're trying to follow generic meal plans that weren't designed for menopause. You're spending hours researching what might work, and honestly, you're still guessing. And all of that is costing you at least $200 a month, not to mention the time and mental energy. Now imagine this instead. One personalized system that tracks everything, identifies your unique patterns, and gives you specific recommendations every single day. No more guessing. No more trial and error. Just data-driven guidance that's proven to work. Everything you need in one place, for less than you're spending on supplements that may or may not be helping. That's the difference between doing this the old way and doing it the Nalea way. If you're ready to stop fighting your body and start working with it, I want you to try Nalea completely free for 7 days. No credit card required to start. Just download the app, answer a few questions about your symptoms and goals, and start tracking. Within 24 hours, you'll get personalized recommendations based on your body. Within 1 week, you'll start seeing patterns you've never noticed before. And within 2 weeks, most women are already experiencing improvements in their sleep, their energy, and yes, their waistline. After your free trial, you can continue for just $49 a month. That's less than what you're probably spending right now on supplements, meal plans, and programs that aren't giving you results. And if Nalea isn't right for you, you can cancel anytime. No questions asked. Right now, over 5,000 women are thriving through menopause with Nalea. They're sleeping better, feeling more energized, and finally losing the weight that wouldn't budge. And they all started exactly where you are right now, wondering if anything could actually help. The link to start your free trial is in the description and pinned in the comments below. Your body isn't broken. You just need to understand what it's trying to tell you. Nalea gives you that clarity. The decision to take your life back is yours. Click the link below and start your free trial now.